Hello and welcome to my 1000 subscriber special, which is my room tour. Before we start, I have to thank you for the 1000 subs. This is not to be taken for granted and I hope that I can do a lot more for you in the future. I'd say, let's not waste time, and dive right in. The first thing that catches your eye when you enter the room is the left side, where you see the side of my wardrobe. Here, I have the Venomized Groot, the Batman figure, and Dobby. Size-wise, they fit perfectly here. Above them, I have the 4 Harry Potter banners hanging. I had originally hung them as a complete set, but unfortunately, they kept falling down, so I decided to only use the front side of each banner. Above that, I have a metal Lego logo hanging, and there are some small sets and figures hanging around too. It adds a bit of life to the space, rather than just having a plain wardrobe wall. Next to the wall, there's also a poster. The Darth Vader poster from the Darth Vader magazine. Now, let's move to the main part of the room, which is my Bricklink wall. At the moment, I've stored over 40,000 bricks here, which takes up a lot of space in the room. I've also incorporated many small part cabinets, 20 in total. I'll be making a more detailed video about my Bricklink store soon, so stay tuned for that. Underneath, I've placed the remnants of my small Lego city. Currently, I don't have a city set up because I don't have much space here. However, I do have some pictures of the city. It's, as I said, very small, and at the time, I didn't have the creator house that you see in the middle here. I didn't take many pictures because I wasn't too happy with the city itself. It was a very small city. Underneath the non-existent city, I have some packages stored for my Bricklink shop, including boxes for my train tracks, as well as sorting bins, which I mostly use when I get orders, to sort them as quickly as possible. Above the sorting bins, I've placed a few sets so the space doesn't look too empty. This continues over all the bins. Here, I also have the Pac-Man arcade machine, the 2 creator parrots, one in pink and one in blue, and next to them are some more sets. Below the Pac-Man machine, I've displayed some old school minifigures. These are very valuable to me, which is why I've put them in small display cases. These figures represent my childhood, the ones I played with the most when I was a kid. They hold a lot of sentimental value, and I'll never sell them. Below that, I have some more space to store additional bricks for the shop. Let's open one up. Here, I have plates and regular bricks stored, and I even have an empty compartment for future storage. Next to that, there are more sorting bins, but I won't go into detail here. There will be a more detailed Bricklink video coming. Here's another unit where I store used bricks. And on top of the wardrobe stands one of the most beautiful houses Lego has ever made, the Hocus Pocus Witch House. A really gorgeous set. Unfortunately, due to the slanted ceiling, I can't open the set, but I like it better from the outside anyway. If we turn 180 degrees, we come to the sets I've displayed. Right next to the wardrobe, I've placed sets that I still need to sort and put back into my storage. But for now, they're here to fill the space. One of them is the Disney camera, which is also a very beautiful set. In front of that, we have the prize from a giveaway I won. Thanks again to Thebriquins. If you happen to see this video, another big thank you for the giveaway. Below that, there are 2 more sets. One is the Kingfisher bird, equipped with lights from Lelight Go. I've also included pictures of it. I think it looks even better with the lights. Behind it, we have the T-Rex from the Creator series. A massive set. I didn't expect it to be that big at first, but it's really cool. Below the sets, I have some special items, collectible custom figures from JB Spielwaren. I think they're very well made, and they're even limited, making them exciting for collectors. Next, I have an original packaged PC game, the classic Star Wars trilogy. You can still see the price on it. I'm not sure why it's in Swiss francs, though, as I found it in the recycling center in our village in Luxembourg. Next to that, I have the Lars Family Kitchen set, which you probably already know, so I won't go into further detail. At the very bottom, I have some instruction manuals, some of which I still need to scan. I also have a couple of small treasures here, very old Lego instructions from the vintage system sets. They were ahead of their time, and I loved them as a kid. In this box, there are also some individual items that I'll be adding to the shop soon. Behind the shelf, there's a table where I store boxes with sets that I've once listed in the shop, but later decided to take down. They need to be stored again. Some very cool sets like 7670, 7748, and some brickheads, along with the old and very cool Battle Pack 8015. On top of the table, I have Rivendell set up for now. At the moment, I don't have space to display it better, so it's just sitting there. I mostly use the table as a place to store sets temporarily. This set is one of the most beautiful sets Lego has ever released. I absolutely love it. It's packed with details. And in case you're wondering where the figures are, I've packed them in plastic bags for safekeeping because they're quite valuable, and I don't want them to collect dust. Behind the table, there's a huge wardrobe. For now, there are just sets on top of it that I haven't found a proper place for yet. Space is really limited in this room. Up there, we have the Temple of the Golden Idol set 77,015. Behind that, we have the Ghostbusters Ecto-1 car. Unfortunately, it's also just sitting around right now. Very sad. Next to that, I have a few Harry Potter sets, 76,406 and 75,979. Both sets can be animated using a small crank, which I've shown here. It's a cool feature. I should probably automate it with a Lego motor one day. Next to them is the Patronus set, another very cool set. I used to have two, but the wolf wasn't well made, so I decided to keep just one. Also, there are a few more set boxes, but nothing worth mentioning. Below the sets, you guessed it, more sets. One is the Icons Villain set, which is very well done. You can hide the figures really well, like in the apple, for example. Hidden behind that, in bags, is another set, the 77,012 Plane Chase. Then we have another storage unit that's part of the shop. Here, I've stored over 400 figures, all listed in my shop. Each figure is stored in a bag with a number so I can find them quickly. Next to that, there's packaging and shipping material for the shop. I won't go into more detail on that. To the right, there's another shelf where I've placed some more sets. One of my favorites from the Jurassic Park series is here. I just love that set. Behind it is the Coruscant Guard ship box. I've placed it there because I love the box art. One shelf lower, there are some brickheads and more sorting bins. This shelf is supposed to go away so I can expand my shop, but that hasn't happened yet. Now we're at my light up corner, where I have sets equipped with light kits. Very beautiful and cool sets. I'll turn the lights on briefly. They even come with a remote, though only for the Hogwarts Castle and the Viking Village. I think the lights really add to the ambience of the room, especially in the evenings when they come to life. If you want to light up your sets, I recommend Lelight Go. These lights can bring your Lego sets to life. Personally, I think they're very well done, and the instructions are simple and straightforward. They have a wide selection of lights, for both new and old Lego sets. Definitely check out the link in the description below. With the code DISTA5, you can even get a 25% discount on your order. Thanks for the collaboration, and I hope you enjoy the lights. Here below, I also have some important items for the shop, binders with important documents and lots of invoices. And now, we come to probably the most important part of my room, my workspace. This is where I spend most of my time, mainly editing my speed builds and handling almost everything. So, it's a very important space for me. Here, I have two monitors, some smaller things, and a soundbar. Below the desk is my tower. Unfortunately, it's on the floor, but I'll elevate it a bit higher someday. On the windowsill, I also have some important items that I need for the shop. And now, let's talk about my best friend, the air conditioner. It has saved my life so many times because when the sun rises and shines directly into the room, the lights from the speed build setup make it almost unbearable in here. When you turn around from the workspace with the PC, you get to the speed build video setup. I have two spotlights here that I use whenever I need a lot of light for the video, which is almost always the case. I can turn them on quickly, and the table gets really well lit. At the moment, there are still sets on the table that I used for my videos. Sometimes, it's also just a storage space. I have two whiteboards there, and although I haven't found anything better, we're slowly reaching the end of the room tour, and after a long, hard day, you can lie down on the couch here and take a nap. It takes up a lot of space, but it's necessary. When my brother comes home, I sleep here, and my brother takes the other bedroom. On top of the couch, there are various Lego sets that are still in their original packaging. It's actually a great storage space behind the couch. These are mostly sets that I still plan to build for speed builds, so stay tuned for those videos. So, that's pretty much it for the room tour. I hope I've mentioned everything. As I said, there will also be a video coming about my Bricklink shop, but the exact release date is not yet set. Here's another overview of the room. As you can see, it's pretty packed, but that's just how it is when you combine YouTube and a shop in one room. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If not, well, that's okay. I wish you all a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.